Let's talk about depression today and practical tips that I think will help you to do the best of your ability to overcome it. So I'm Austin here. I'm a licensed professional counselor candidate, which means I'm still going for my licensure. And man, I've been having to do multiple retakes of this video because there's so much value, so much information I want to give you all, but so little time. My last video was like 20 minutes long, and I know that, nobody's going to watch it that all the way through, especially if they're depressed. Not saying that for anybody, just saying that it's hard for me to focus as well. So let's just start off with a disclaimer that even though I am a therapist, this is not therapeutic advice. It's not a replacement for professional help. You're responsible for how you use this information, and you're responsible for using it in the way that I tell you to do it and not in unhelpful ways. All right, so let's get started. What is depression? It is a period of 2 weeks where you're experiencing a depressed mood and a loss of interest in pleasurable things. And then there's other symptoms such as fatigue. Everything's an effort, right? It's hard to get out of bed, hard to function, hard to get going. Then there's appetite changes. It could be you're eating too much, you're under eating. It could be you sleeping too much, you undersleeping. And then the other one is difficulty focusing on things like watching TV or like reading a newspaper. Another one is psychomotor differences where you move faster or slower than normal. And the other one is suicidal ideation. That's another one. And if you have that, I recommend you call 988 as well. It's a free resource. You're paying taxes for it. You might as well make use of it and all that stuff. So those are the basic symptoms of depression. I don't have my outline here. There's probably a couple more I probably didn't mention, but that's just the basics here that I just want to cover. So what's the lifestyle factors that go into a depressive episode that can correlate to that? It's I found that it's the sedentary lifestyle, the loner lifestyle, and the night owl and night shift worker lifestyle. That's because human beings, we are hardwired to be active, to be social, and to be diurnal, the opposite of nocturnal. We're just active that way. Harvard and MIT found that night owls compared to early birds have more increased risk of having depression than early birds. That's just because the circadian rhythm disruptions, sleep disruptions, family disruptions, society revolves around early birds. So that's that. And just because you are night owl doesn't mean you're going to get depression, right? It just means that you just got to be aware that you got to give your body what you need, right? So that's the lifestyle. I give you the symptoms. Now let's get to the basic tips. So how I typically work people through this part is that to overcome depression, you want to focus on identifying the triggers, identifying the causes, the signs that you notice that are leading you to a depressive episode. It could be you feeling really tired, really agitated, irritable. Any of the symptoms that I mentioned, those are signs that you could be going into a depression. Identify those. Then the coping skills that I'm going to talk about, and then making meaning and drawing from your strengths. That's really important. Depression robs you of meaning, and you want to get meaning back and focus on your strengths. So the first tip, I want you to set the bar really low, small goals. Focus on small, consistent goals you're going to do each day, small tasks. So you're going to lower the bar down so low. So just getting out of bed and going outside for 5 minutes, that is a great goal to do for the day. Flossing one tooth. If it's hard for you to floss your teeth each day, floss one tooth, right? If it's hard for you to read a book, just read one paragraph, one page, one sentence, one word. And if it's hard for you to exercise, just do one push-up. If you can't do that, do a jumping jack. If you can't do that, you find out what that lowest bar is. The key is you want to set the bar so low that it's laughable. It's really easy and effortless. And if you do it that low, if you do it consistently each day, you're going to gain the momentum and you're going to start to realize what you're capable of and work through that. The key is develop momentum and getting back into the active lifestyle. The second tip that I really encourage people to do is read. Read books about your problem, your situation. Self-help books are a wonderful resource. People have gone through similar things as you. You're not alone. Read some of those and find out what they did to help and see if it'll help you too. The next tip is connect more with nature. Get outside. Expose yourself to that. And then there's a lot of healing that comes with nature. The next tip is spirituality. Develop a spiritual practice. Spiritual, I don't mean, you can be atheist. Spirituality, I want you to focus on what that means for you. For me, it's just connecting to nature, connecting with my purpose. Do your spiritual practice. It can be meditation, prayer, reading a spiritual book, anything. Going outside of nature, chanting, you pick. It's important to have a practice that you do to connect to nature. The next tip that I also recommend is exercise, right? Exercise really pushes you through stress. It helps you to get in touch with other challenges, struggles besides your problems. It helps you to feel empowered, empowerment. If you can push through the weights, if you can lift those weights up, it just helps you to lift them with your mind as well. It makes you stronger physically. It makes you stronger mentally. All right. And then my other tip is self-care. Get in touch with some hobbies, new hobbies. Get in touch with your community. I recommend going on the website, and you can use ChatGPT. You can just go into Google and type in different events that are going on in your community and really reach out. Social isolation is a unfortunate thing that can lead to depression, but you can get some control over that by just reaching out to people online. If you have social anxiety, you can just go in person to Walmart and just talk to a greeter there. It's just getting out of your comfort zone, and that's difficult to do. But, that's the key thing is cold showers can be another cool tip too, that they can be hard. You can start warm, then eventually gradually go down to cold, and it just trains your body to get used to discomfort, and it just really pushes you to just, go through that. Sometimes we want to seek comfort a lot of times, and comfort is great. We should give ourselves comfort, but too much comfort can make us lethargic, lazy, and it can lead us to live a depressive lifestyle, the sedentary lifestyle, right? And all that stuff. So the last tip here that I just want to offer here is CBT, crushing bad thoughts, really challenging your negative thoughts and beliefs. Journaling is a wonderful tool that can help you with this. I really recommend, if you don't have a therapist, journaling. It can help you to identify the triggers, like I'm saying. It can help you to introspect, uncover your limiting beliefs, also uncover positive beliefs, your strengths, your values, your goals, your manifestations. I really encourage you to just check that out. Try journaling, try the hobbies, nature, spirituality, reading, and the small goals, focusing on the small goals and the exercise. And then, of course, the last one is just seek professional help, right? This is a short video. There's so much I can cover with these topics, and I plan to with separate videos, but I just want to keep this short here just to give you guys some practical tips just to start with. Remember, start small goals. And I want to leave you with this. The fact that you're watching this video right now, the fact that you're still breathing right now, is evidence that every problem you faced in life, you have worked through it. You have survived through it. Let that sink in for a moment. Every single problem you've been through in your life, you have survived through it. Maybe not in the way that you have wanted to, but you have survived through it. And that's wonderful, because you're still here. There's still time. And I want you to focus on each day, starting anew. There's always a reset button we can hit in our lives. And that's just getting in touch with your own meditative practice. Remember that you don't have to wait till the end of the week, the end of the day, the end of the year to make your resolutions. Each day, actually, in fact, each moment, this moment right now, you can choose to make anew. I make this anew. That's what I do. I just make my day anew. It doesn't matter what has happened 5 seconds ago, 5 minutes ago, or 5 years ago. It's all about what you do right now. Right now, you can make the change that will impact the rest of your life. Right now, you can choose to strive to go on the path that you want to go on to your aspirational self. I wish you a wonderful day. Let's work through this together. You're not alone. You can do this. Let's take action today.